I know why you're here. You want to know how to turn a Karen into a compliment. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that and much more as I dive through the 4 problems that I had with 4 different people. And not only did I not get a negative feedback, I turned all 4 of those problems into positive feedback. I'll show you how to turn a Karen into a compliment next as we make money flipping. As eBay sellers, none of us want negative feedback. None of us want returns. And I'm going to show you how to avoid those right now. Turn those negative feedbacks into positive feedbacks. And obviously, we'll save the Karen story for the end. Yes, you could turn a Karen into a compliment. So let's do this. The first one up is one that we all come across sometimes. We don't get to test our items, and we don't list it as untested. And this is one of those cases. I had a 35mm camera, which are old school. This was my personal camera from 1993, 1994. It was an old Canon EOS Elan 35mm. It had the 35 to 105 meter zoom lens on it. And that's what I used to use when I had a modeling agency back in the day. And it's been sitting in my closet, sitting in storage. I never tested it, but I knew back when I stopped using it that it totally worked. So I didn't even think to test it. Obviously, I didn't have the film to test it, but I should have listed it as untested. So what happened? The camera got sent there super fast. The guy was happy, but he said somewhere in between the lens and the mirror, there is some sort of mold growing, and he couldn't get that cleaned out. I was like, don't send it back. Keep it. Take your money. I'll totally refund you money. I apologize. I should have listed it. I should have tested it. I didn't have any way to test it. Please forgive me. Sorry for wasting your time. And then he turns that, an unhappy customer, into a positive feedback just by handling it the right way. Who cares if there was ulterior motives? Who cares? I don't care. How much would you pay for a positive feedback? In my head, would you pay $10 for positive feedback? So ultimately, by the time I paid for it and he sent it back, I could have made another $10 on the deal. But in my head, it's like, he's going to be upset having to go and return it. And it's going to leave a bad taste in his mouth. So even if it cost me $10, you know what? I'll take the positive feedback and a positive experience from the customer. So I turned that into a positive feedback. For those of you wondering, I'll show you at the end if you'd like. I had 77 sales last month and 43 positive feedbacks last month. And this is just by dealing with it as if you would want to be dealt with. How would I be happy in this situation? So let's go to the next slide. All right, so this was Echo golf shoes. Now, there was a little problem with Echo golf shoes that I didn't know about. I have a size chart on my desk here that converts US foot sizes to Australia foot sizes to UK foot sizes to Europe foot sizes. So there's 4 different numbers that I put in whenever I list footwear. And I just go off the one number and go across the line and fill in all 4. But what I didn't know is that Echo, actually, theirs run a little smaller than normal when you're converting it from Echo sizes, which are all the European sizes, to American sizes. So this from Echo, which would normally be a 10 in any other shoe, when it comes to Echo shoes, this is actually a 9. So it didn't fit the customer, but it was my fault for not completely understanding the sizing of Echo shoes. These are actually awesome. He said he was super happy, loved the shoes. He was like, they're in great shape. I wish I could use them. I just can't fit into them. How would you like to proceed? Now, I could have got those sent back. They were $30. Again, another chance for me to make an extra 10 or 12 or $15 if I get it back, relist it, and resell it again. But it's like, you know what? I'll eat that $10. You know what? Keep that. Keep the shoes, give them to somebody at your golf club, keep them in your closet for if you have somebody come over. They're an awesome pair of shoes. You seem like you'd enjoy them. I don't want you to go to the post office. Thank you very much for being a customer. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to give you what you needed. Please feel free to shop in my store again. Here's 10% off any future services. It's basically how I handled that. He went on that same day and left me positive feedback. He wasn't happy with overall because he didn't get what he wanted, but he was happy enough to go and leave positive feedback because of the way I handled it. And it's like, oh, sure, if you just want to give people free stuff, of course they're going to leave you positive feedback. That's not always the case, but sometimes that's worth it. And I'm sure at some point, if you've ever bought something on Amazon, you've gotten people ask you to, hey, leave me a 5-star review. I'll give you a $10, $15 Amazon gift card. It's the same thing. It's coming out of their pocket. They're paying for a positive review. In this case, I'm paying for a positive review, but in my head, I don't anticipate the positive review. I'm paying for this customer to feel like they had a happy experience at my store. And it results in positive feedback. All right, let's move on to the next one and show you how to deal with a little bit of a different scenario here. Okay, so this one here was 100% my fault. I was just maybe moving a little too fast. This Ogani, I have a huge box of manga books. They're Japanese graphic novels. And inside of them, they all have the same type of covers with the Japanese anime girl on the cover, etc. So this one was a set of 2 books, which I have a lot of big series of books. I don't have too many that are 2. So in my head, it just didn't trigger. Basically, what I did was sent them the wrong series. This was one called like Ogani Teacher, and there was another one that had the word teacher in the title, and I just grabbed that. And I sent them the wrong books. And these books are extremely rare because they're out of print now. And they just wrote back, you sent the wrong books. I was going to give these as a gift for a birthday party. Now that I'm not going to be able to do that, how do you want to make this right, or something like that? Or I don't know what to do. How can I get my stuff? Something along those lines. And I was like, damn, this person's going to be really upset. Honesty. I wrote back, I'm so sorry. I'm dumb. I have a big box of this stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I grabbed the wrong one. I sent it to you. I will send you the right one back today. Don't send back anything at all until you get your product. And I said, you know what? Just keep those 2 books as well. Just keep those books. You don't have to send them back. I don't want you to have to even go back to the post office. Keep those books. Because the 2 that he got were only worth $9.99. Again, you're seeing a pattern here. These $10 mistakes, these $10, I'm eating these $10, but I'm turning that $10 mistake into positive feedback, so I do get a return on my investment. So I sent him the wrong book. I sent the next one. I sent the next ones out that same day, and he actually got them the morning of the party. So he got them the morning of. He was able to deliver the party. He was able to give the gift at the party. Was extremely happy. He wrote a positive review right after he received them that morning. He was like, "Thank you for handling this the right way," and it's just handling the issues. This, in my head, all seems like common sense, but after reading forums and things like that, it definitely doesn't look like this is how most people deal with these problems. All right, let's get to the Karen. You want to know how to turn a Karen into a Ken, hit that subscribe button. It's the only way that you could see the next video. I don't know why YouTube works like that. Just go ahead. All right, let's get to the final one. Here we go. All right, so turning this Karen into a Ken. I'm a dungeon master, and I bought the digital version of the Dragonlance, the new book that came out. And if you buy it with the physical copy, you got it 2 weeks early. And I wanted to start my campaigns 2 weeks early so I can get a jump on all the other dungeon masters. So I got the physical copy. Didn't really need the physical book, so put the book up for sale. And then I added a little extra to make mine stand out. A little bit of a little candy tin that I got from a store here called Five Below. And it's a Dungeons & Dragons candy. Definitely makes mine stand out from somebody else's when there's 40 of the same book for sale. Why would they buy mine? So I just throw in this $2 candy, and mine will sell faster than everybody else's at the premium price. And that's exactly what happened. I put it up there. 2 days later, I got offers. I got offers the next day. 2 days later, sold at full price. Okay. So, what happened? He bought it. sat there for 3 days. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's been 3 days and I have a policy set up that eBay's going to automatically cancel your order tomorrow if you don't pay today. Just wanted to let you know, thanks. Well, I guess that set him off. Well, what are you talking about? I have to pay. This is kind of like threatening. And I'm like, whoa. As I'm reading this, like, I'm not trying to threaten him. Oh, you're going to cancel my order if I don't pay. I was just waiting until I get paid. I get paid on Friday. I was going to pay on Friday. What's the big problem? You know what? Just cancel my order. Just cancel my order. I don't even want to order from you anymore. I'm like, and I wrote back, I'm sorry, tone doesn't come off very well in emails. That's not the tone at all that I was trying to relay. I just wanted to let you know that eBay's going to automatically cancel it. So if you need more time, I should have written, if you need more time, please let me know and I'll try to see what I could do on my end. But I didn't include that. I apologize. I will cancel your order. Sorry for the inconvenience. I went in, canceled the order, and that was that. And I didn't know that you can actually leave feedback on an order that was canceled, unless he somehow went in and left this before I finished the process of canceling the order. But this was a guy that I guess I pissed him off by writing something to him. And I guess I should put that on the screen, but I don't like putting that information because that seems like it's expected to be personal. But anyway, he was pissed off that I responded saying I'm going to cancel his stuff. I wound up canceling his order, and he turns around and leaves a positive feedback because after him going crazy on me, I didn't go crazy back. I responded with humbleness and kindness. And then I guess after he went back and read it, he may have read that he came off like a jerk. And I guess this was how he made up for it. But I would have never expected this person who yelled at me to come back and say that this seller is an awesome member. He was definitely, I should have called him a Ken instead of a Karen, I guess. He should have been a Ken instead of a Karen. So that's my bad. I guess I should title it Ken. But I don't know if people understand that Karens and Kens are the same thing. It's just the male version. Well, anyway, my name is @JustinClassic1. I hope to see you around here. I have a lot more fun and interesting stuff coming up. Next video will include an episode of The Picker's Eye. So I'm hoping that you enjoy that. I'm going to try to do 3 videos a week. I'm going to try to do Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And one of those episodes will be heavily into The Picker's Eye. And the other 2, well, I'm trying to figure those out now to see what kind of videos that you guys like. If you want me to teach you some of the lessons that I've learned, or if you just kind of want to document and vlog, show you the life of a reseller just getting back into it, just about to go full-time into this. Well, anyway, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed yourself. My name is @JustinClassic1. Now get out of here and go make money flipping.